Very few participants have joined. Please write. Please find your purpose. Why I am insisting to find your purpose? Because anything you want to achieve without purpose, you cannot do it. Believe me. In just few days, I lost my 10 kg of weight. Not days, months, 1.5 months, I feel. Right. Because the purpose was that my health was on the stake. Doctor told me that if you will not lose your weight, you will have to go for operation because I'm severely obese, morbid obese. So I find a purpose, right? So that's what I'm saying. Find your purpose. If you will not find a purpose, this webinar is just going to be one more webinar in your life, nothing more than that. Everybody done? So I'm over it. Perfect. So finding your purpose is really important, and you have to write down. You have to practice it if you really want to be a scrum master or you really want to transition into your role. It is not going to happen in a single day, right? It will not happen like if you wish and it will happen to you and it will come into your plate. It will not. Why I'm focusing on purpose? Purpose will make you to drive. I know I'm giving some gyan which is not expected here, but that is important. That is important. That's why I'm saying you, right? Unless and until you have some pain and then until you have some reason, you will not come out from your comfort zone. I'm telling you, believe me, you will not come out, right? So if you want to come out from your comfort zone, if you want to really want to achieve something, because see, there are two kind of development. Probably one is vertical and then one is horizontal. Horizontal means like if you're a tester, manual tester, you become a automation tester, you do a pen testing, you do uh, different kind of testings, right? You are a technical writer, you learn API, you will learn UX. Like that is a horizontal movement. But from one role, from a technical writer to a tester, from technical writer or from being from tester to a Scrum Master role is a vertical movement, and it's not going to be so easy, right? Namita is giving a lot of interviews. She must have realized that it is not that easy, right? So find your purpose. If you have a very solid purpose, you will that purpose will move you, like that purpose will drive you. I launched Apparadox in 2008. This is the website snippets I've taken in 2009, in fact May 1 2009. So there was a purpose in me that kept this Apparadox with the name of Information Developer Foundation, because I have to register that as a NGO, not for profit organization, so I have to change the name, and all foundation I have to keep as a government of India rule. So that purpose drive me. That purpose kept this alive till today. Right, I have some purpose. Believe me, if I'm not mistaken, Simi, I want to quit this teaching and all, because it was taking toll on me, because being a Scrum Master and teaching and all, it was taking a lot of time from my personal life. So if I'm not mistaken, it was Simi who told me, Rahul, you should continue teaching because a lot of students are getting benefited from you. So that is the purpose. My purpose is here is not money is driving me. The purpose is that the good wishes, the when I see my success of my students, that really drive me. Like here, my many students are sitting right now here who have done the course from last 5 to 8 years from me. So they are my purpose, right? So you should have your purpose. Why I move from technical writer to a Scrum Master? Again, my purpose was that why I become technical writer, that was a different story. But from technical writer to a Scrum Master, because when first time I come to know about the Scrum in 2008, I really love Scrum. Why I love it? Because as a technical writer, uh, in a waterfall, I was not getting a lot of opportunities. We have to interview SMEs, and a lot of there used to be a lot of knowledge gap. We were not involved in a lot of meetings. Just we were not involved in time estimation. Nothing. It was just like we were told like you have to do in 2 days, and this is what, right. and on the final day somebody was dictating us, this is what you have to write. But when we move into a scrum team, I found that it was really satisfying for me to be part of all the meetings, and our developers and testers, we used to be on the same page. So that really gave me a very good feeling, and I start loving this concept, scrum. So there, from there, I start finding the purpose, and really that drives me. That was my passion, become my next passion, right? So it became my passion to learn why this kind of agile mindset, why people are moving toward this, why organization is moving toward this. And luckily that time we were sent to Finland. I was selected in that also, in Finland, for training of a scrum. uh, it was very primitive that time in India. People were saying that, oh, this is just a fad and it will go away from India. It was 2008. uh, but I find the purpose in it. I find that this, if this will be here, the life of developer, testers, and technical writers, technical communication team will be really good, because we all will be on the same page. Because testers also sometimes they look at the developers what to test, right? They don't know what to test. Developers dictate them what to test, and when they dictate it, they start feeling that, oh, like we are superior species. So it is not the fact. There is a knowledge gap. There is a process problem. That's why you have better knowledge. But I find this very interesting, and really it gives me some kind of satisfaction. So I find to purpose. And then I moved to Global Logic. In Global Logic, I was a core member of Scrum team. And there I used to sometimes shadow my Scrum Master, Gurtej. He's in Canada. uh, and he teach me a lot about the Scrum. And in fact, I was so interested. I was learning from him, and I was following him, and all those things I was doing. So here I find the purpose. So if it drives you, if you like it, then go for it, and you will find your goal. Otherwise, it will be really difficult. It is not just a कि चलो Scrum Master बनते हैं बनते हैं. Right? It is something not like that. And it really need transformation starts when you're transforming your role, whatever transformation, body transformation, like I'm doing the body transformation, you do the role transformation. So it will all start in safety and mindset, right? You will have to change your mindset, right? And when I'm saying the change in mindset, what is the change in the mindset? What I'm talking in the mindset, right? Complaining nature, right? Anything will happen to you, and someone will do something for you. No, it will not happen. You will have to take action, right? आपको ही करना पड़ेगा. You will have to do it. No one else is going to do it for you. So you have to develop a mindset where you can do transformation of your career, right? I'm not talking about here agile mindset. Agile mindset is of course different from the waterfall mindset, but right now I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the only transformation of your career that will need a mindset, right? If you're waiting that your company will tell you, okay, come become a Scrum Master, it is not going to happen. You have to talk. You will have to tell, right? Sometimes it is said that fake you till you don't have, right? Fake means whatever it takes. It's like you have to go and you have to tell your manager, look, I know about the Scrum, I know about Agile, and I want to shift in this career. And that kind of mindset you will have to develop, right? Agile mindset also we call it, or some Scrum mindset. So that you have to develop. Then only you will able to do this kind of transition. See, my whole idea is not to uh, uh, develop fear inside you, but to awake you. Like, because when you want to achieve something, see, competition is tough, right? And this COVID has also made the constitution much more worse, uh, because a lot of people are now looking for the job. So you need to have a very strong reason. You should have a very strong knowledge, which and very strong mindset of Agile and Scrum to transform your career. Right? Which is a good reason you should have. Namita, I have one question for you. Can I ask you?
Yeah, yes.
So now you are a QA and you want to Scrum Master role, right? When you are giving interview, so do they ask you like why you want to shift your career?
No, actually, the thing is that I am trying to project myself as a Scrum Master in my
Perfect.
life,
This
in
is
my
what I
last
want to
role.
say, and this is
Yeah,
what I teach my technical writers to. I will say that also again. Fake
yeah.
till you don't have, right?
Because
If you
otherwise, you will never
no,
get
no,
a chance.
they will never consider you. That's a good idea, and that is the right way actually.
Yeah, because we have been implementing Scrum and we have been working into Scrum, so I do have a fair idea of how things work in a Scrum. But the thing is that I have not worked as a whole
Scrum
solo Scrum
Master as
Master.
solo
Yeah,
Scrum
so
Master.
that is the whole fear I have as of now.
Mhm. So, what is the main fear? What is the main thing which stop us? Procrastination is a very famous word nowadays. Like we always say, "Chalo, abhi chal raha hai," right? It's like, okay, it's going on. So why should we do it now? Very few people take action. Even in this meeting, I can see many have registered, but they haven't joined even. Right? They might think that I will get the recording. Also, procrastination is one of our biggest fear, one of our big challenge, which stop our transition to different role. Many of you have become a technical writer from some different role. I know many of you. One of my students here is he was a professor, one was developer. So many of you, I can see they all you have transitioned your career, right? Was so that time you have taken the action, right? That time you have selected an institute, you have selected a mentor, and you move into this role, right? So here also you'll have to do that. You'll have to take action, right? You have to do a lot of studies. So I will come on that all those things, what you have to do and what you need to know, right? But yeah, the whole idea is that you have to wake up, right? मतलब कल कर लेंगे, tomorrow I will do, tomorrow will never come. So massive triangle of any kind of transition, right? Any kind of transition. Today I want to transition from Scrum Master to different role, right? Yesterday I did some training on that. Uh, so I take a leave from my office and that training was given by the office only, but I've taken a leave and then attend that training. So we have to do certain actions, right, to move into different role. Otherwise, it's not possible. So I call it a magic triangle: is goal, action, and opportunity. Unless and until these three things meet together, you will not able to transit. Right? Goal again to find your purpose. You should have certain purpose, right? You should have certain purpose. Again, I'm saying. And when you have a purpose clear in your mind, right, then okay, so this is the purpose. Okay, I will tell you from my personal example. One right now, what I'm doing is like I have to lose weight. That's my purpose. So what I have to do, I have to control my diet and I have to do exercise. Right. So exercise, I don't know what kind of exercise I should do to lose a weight or need. So I hire a personal trainer for myself. Okay, I hire a coach who helps me to do this kind of thing. For diet, also I did the same thing. Right. I had a nutritionist and this is giving me the diet. So here I took action, right? The action. And then is the opportunity, right? Opportunity will not work here, but opportunity in corporate life that you should get opportunity. But if you haven't taken the action, if you are not prepared, even opportunity will be thrown on you, right? If you have the opportunity, that will lost, right? So you will have to set a proper goal, take actions, be ready for it whenever opportunity knocks, or create opportunity for yourself. There's two things. Either opportunity will knock at your door, or you have to create opportunity. Both things will work, right? And both you have to do, right? Many, as an example of cola industry, drinking cold drink is not an good thing. We all know that, right? There is no demand of really a cold drink. And if you think 100 years ago, there was no cold drinks, right? But they did marketing, they created demand, they create opportunity, and now every pan shop, every small, if you go in a village also, you will able to get a cold drink. Coca-Cola आपको मिल ही जाएगा. You will for sure you will get that, right? So they create the opportunity. Same with happened with the Maggie. When I was kid, Maggie was new into India, so I was. It was not my habit to eat Maggie as a breakfast or daily. But my son and Maggie has waited for 20 years to change a generation so that they can have a real demand. Now they have a demand today, right? So sometimes you have to generate the opportunity. You have to create the opportunity, right? You have to be very smart for that. So, but you should be ready. Like Reddy said, that her company throw her role of a Scrum Master on her. right? So we have to ready to grab that kind of opportunity, because agile is no more option for any organization, right? So if your company is not till now not moved toward that, today or tomorrow they will move. If you are ready with your actions, if you are ready with your preparations, you will able to grab the opportunity. So this is the magic triangle. We will talk more about detail about this, how to what should be your action, how you will get the opportunity. We are going ahead and we will talk about it. Till now, any question? I'm taking a pause. Till now, we have any question? Please unmute yourself and talk.
Yeah, hi, sir. Ashish here.
Yeah, Shish.
Yeah, so sir, my question was like, what if an individual contributor, as an individual contributor, if you're handling a role of a technical writer, then and indirectly or directly, you are the Scrum Master, you are the developer, and you are the tester for the documentation part. So, and still the company does not, acknowledge it. Can like this guy might have done something. Then how do we prove that?
See, company is paying you. That means company is valuing you. It is a myth that company is not valuing you, right? If the company is paying you, that means customer is asking for it, right? And customer is asking for it. That's why company is paying you. Don't go on the perception of your fellow friends, right? Your fellow developers and testers. They may not aware of why documentation is required, but your marketing team, your seniors, your project managers, they must be aware like what customer asks for, right? So I don't believe like if you're not valued and you are still in the organization, it's a myth. uh, that's what I feel. And when I
So,
was also also I have seen kind of thing.
valuing the experience of Scrum Master in the current organization.
Yeah. So now your question is like you are a sole contributor as a technical writer, and right. So you must have aligned with some team, right?
Yes. Yeah,
You are
so
with some team.
we are a part of we actively take participation in product increment meetings and everything, whatever is a Scrum call and everything. But let's say we ourselves are like a Scrum Master and developer and tester for the documentation or reviewer that we say.
Mhm.
So how do we brand outside, like like as an individual contributor? Also, I have done a role of Scrum Master, like that.
Mhm.
Or can a Scrum Master exist without a team or without five members or two? Can he be whole and soul of the whole module or something like that?
No, not possible. It is just like a see. This was the scene of managers. Like many become managers, but they never know whom they are managing and what they are managing. Right. So to come out with that kind of things, we have a Scrum, right? So that happens with many managers in many organization. With the time, especially in Infosys organization, like whom they are managing or what they are managing, they are not aware of that and why they are required in the organization. So many managers have seen the door. Just because of that, they were not able to justify. Like, so how can a Scrum Master, uh, without a team? It is not at all possible because you are not a doer. A Scrum Master is not a doer. He's not into development. He's not into information development. Neither in a software development. Neither in the testing. Right? He is not a doer. He enabled team. Right? He mentored team. He helped team to achieve something. Right? So he's a coach of team. He's a guardian of team. He protect the team, right? So a scrum master without team is not just like a manager without leader. The definition of a leader is that you should have at least one follower, right? A leader cannot without any follower is not possible, right? So similarly, scrum master is a servant leader. So servant leader without any follower is not possible.
Thanks for the answer. I got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Assis. I understand your plight, what mental status you are going on. You have raised this kind of questions previously also, and I know that what is going on in the Infosys. Right. So,
Hello.
yeah, hello, who is this?
Yeah, this is Ishani here.
Yeah, Ishan,
I
please.
joined late. I
Right.
joined late. Actually, I was having some problem in joining the session.
Mhm.
Uh, my question here would be like, since I have missed out the introduction, I would just like to place my query here that I'm a senior technical writer, and previously the my experience with Scrum is that in my previous organization I was into a SAP based team where I was in the role of a technical writer. Like, I had to document on SAP related things, and also I was a SME for the process there. It was a vendor management process there. But I had used Scrum there. Like, we used to have, we had a team of say 15 members, and we operated in different shifts. Um, we used to have a Kanban board sort of thing. We used to have, since it was between shifts, it was helpful. There was a Scrum Master in our team, and he helped us through the entire thing. And we used to maintain like the to-do list and all in the Kanban board, and we could actually manage it within the shifts, like whatever is in hand, the task in hand, not only for ourselves but within the team. That was a very helpful way to manage the thing. But now in this organization, we are also a team of 6 members. But I would just like to have a query that how can actually technical writing, the documentation process, entire process, it can go hand in hand with using the Scrum in use.
Okay. So, okay, your question is not to become a technical writer, but you how technical writer or documentation should be the
How
part
can
of
it
the
go
Scrum.
hand in hand, right?
Right. So you have told me two stories. One was of your previous organization when you was working with a SAP, and right now
Yeah,
you have it,
I had an experience of Scrum there. That is the thing I just wanted to
and now in the current organization you are a team of 6 people.
6 people. It is a technical writing team, but say
All the
within the
six.
team or also with the developers, how can we actually use Scrum there?
Okay. So all the six are Scrum technical writers.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Gosh.
technical writing team is of 6 members.
Hmm.
And my question would be like, how it can be used within the team for helping within the team run the tasks are being run. And if it is required to coordinate with the developers and all, how can we go about it actually?
Perfect. So although this is not the scope of this webinar, but I will like to address this question for sure. See, I don't know why
Thank
and
you for
how
that.
your team is developed or your team is created in which whatever organization you are working. I'm not someone to comment, but the definition of a Scrum team is that a Scrum team should be self-sufficient, self-organized, right?
Right.
Just like they should have a proper skill set. That team should have proper skill set so that they can deliver complete things, right? Much like they
Okay.
should have a developer, they should have a tester, and if required, they should have a UX developer also, and if required, they should have a technical writer also within a team. It should not have a like you have a Scrum development team, you should have a Scrum testing team, and you have a Scrum technical writing team. That means you are doing
Right.
waterfall in the name of a Scrum, right? It
Okay.
is not at all advisable. These are the flaws in Scrum. People are doing the best. नाम बदल दिया चीज वही रखी, right? They just change the name.
Right.
Everything is the real process, right? Process that team should be self-organized, right? The team should be cross-functional. When you said use the word cross-functional, that these are the different functions like developer, testers, UX, DVT, whatever it is, right? So it should be
Mhm.
cross-functional. That team should have minimum dependency or no dependency on other to develop whatever stories they are taking, right? They should depends on the function. Neither a story should be created nor team should be created. If this is happening, that means like it's a complete waste of time of saying that we are a Scrum and all. You are not a Scrum.
Okay. Right.
And in your previous organization, he was not following a Scrum, he was following a Kanban, right? Agile is a big umbrella. Under Agile, there are a lot of different frameworks like a Scrum, Kanban, Extreme Programming. There are many moves, right? So we were
Mhm.
following Kanban there, not a Scrum.
Okay. Okay.
So I discussed normally. We in January I have a different session on that. I will that is a certified Agile technical communicator. There I discuss these things. right?
Okay.
Like that is certified for technical communicators. How you should be work as a technical communicator in SI. And I have 3 4 members already. They have booked for that. There I will discuss about this technical. Here, how to
Okay.
transition is your career. How to become a Scrum
Okay, sir.
Master.
Okay, sir.
No issues. No, you can ask the questions. I want you to open up. Unless we'll ask someone, unless we'll find some mentor, and you can give me call anytime. My phone is available. You can chat with me. Right? I understand. See,
Okay,
I
sir.
have gone through all this pain. Right?
Okay,
So
sir. Thank you, sir.
and there are very few Scrum Masters available who understand the real pain of the technical writers. I'm telling you this also, right? They think that they have just a blocker.
Yeah, actually I have been means studying on it, means whatever is available on internet, that how can this thing actually go hand in hand,
And now
and how can
develop.
we actually start using it in technical writing field also, how can it help within the team. So I would definitely like to know more about it.
And unfortunately, developers tell us, or Scrum Master who move from QA to a Scrum Master, from development to a Scrum Master, they tell us like how development documentation should do, we should do, right? So
Right.
again, that is again not very much acceptable for me. So right, so as a Scrum Master, I really feel the pain of technical writers and how they should actually combine their skill set and with the development team. That's
Right.
why I have launched a separate course itself for a technical writer, because there are courses, CSD, Certified Scrum Developer, Certified Scrum Testers, but there's nothing called for technical writers.
Right. Right. Okay, sir.
But for UX
Thanks
also,
for
they have
addressing.
launched the course.
Thanks for addressing my query.
Sure. And call me Rahul, please. So, so here, till here, okay, so now I'm stopping the questions. I'm moving for the next section. If you're not aggressively moving toward your goal, then you are hustling backward, right? Again, purpose. So till now I'm saying you only one thing, that set your goals, set your goals, set your goal, right? Make your goal. If you write it 21 times, I have to be a Scrum Master, I have to be a Scrum Master, I have to be a Scrum Master. Unless until if you do that, unless until you do that, you will not set your goal properly. It is just a wish, otherwise just a wish for you, right? You're just a wishing that I one day I will become Scrum Master, but you're not going to do that. So how? Right. The question is okay. Now goal is set. Now how? What I have to do? Really? Do you have a really idea like what a Scrum Master do? Right. Namita, I will ask a lot of questions for you because you have done a lot of homework. Right. You are almost on the
Yeah.
threshold of your career.
Yes.
So I will ask a lot of questions, and even I will like you to answer the other people. Right. Uh, so that will again help you to hone your skill and to understand like
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Do my camera is on. So uh, let me tell. Right, how what you are doing to become a QA to a Scrum Master?
So first of all, I completed my CSM,
Hmm.
right? And after that, I kind of follow scrum.org for all the kind of real-time question and answers that they people ask over there. And I follow some blogs wherein people have asked the real-time questions. What are the interview questions that Scrum Masters are being projected to, or they are being asked, and practical scenario-based questionnaires. So I keep reading basically uh, to get into the shoes of a Scrum Master, and I have started thinking that
I'm a Scrum Master.
I'm no more a QA. I am a Scrum Master. Only
That's
then I'm able to sit in front of the interviewer, and some of my interviews are going good also these days. But my like the next concern is that okay, fine, interviews are done. What next? How am I supposed to approach my first assignment as a Scrum Master in practical?
okay.
So that is the thing.
Perfect. What do you think? It's a technical job or it's just like what Scrum Master should be good in? If I ask
Uh,
you what,
yeah, so yeah, technical is fine with me because I am from a QA background, so technical is not an issue. What I feel as a Scrum Master should be good at is the collaboration. He or she should be able to, talk with each and every member of the team as well as get a whole he should be having a flavor of what goes on in the team and what majorly the product side as well. He or she should be collaborating well with the product owner, and I mean well was with the product side as well.
okay, I will throw you here for questions. Like Scrum Master is a people job, process job, technical job.
It's process, it's people job.
It's people job. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, many people still have that kind of feeling that it is technical job, it is a process job, right? No, it is people job.
Yeah.
It is people job. If you see, this is a typical. I know this is not a very clear slide, but you can see here that it is a 75% I've given to people and process only 25%. I haven't considered technical at all. Or what does Scrum Master really do? A Scrum Master coach, a Scrum Master mentor, a Scrum Master is a teacher. He is a facilitator. He remove impediments, right? He's committed to the team. He's a servant leader. He's a change agent. He's a team builder, right? So this is the all these are the people skill. Coaching is a people skill. Mentoring is a people skill. Being a teacher is a people skill. Nothing have to do with the process or technology. Same with the facilitation, being a good facilitator, right? Uh, Same goes with the servant leader. Servant leader may be a new term for you, but if you search servant leader, I will again touch that point also. I will touch everything, right? He's a team builder. So all these are the people's. It's like people skill. So you should be very good with dealing with the people, understanding the psychology of the people, right? Understanding their problem, right? If you cannot be a good people, like sometimes some people have their it's like that is their style, right? It's not they are very reserved or they are very uh, like they want to work just because on their own. They are not that good in people management, right? So it's that is there, right? That is there. So that is here what I've written, like something you are, something you know, something you acquire, and something you know. You are like that is your nature, right? Like you can be somebody will have a very friendly nature and somebody have very reserved nature. It's not that he's a bad. Somebody have a very reserved nature is very bad, right? But that is his. So that kind of if you have that kind of personality, then Scrum Master is not for you because you have to gel with the team. You have to keep the team temperament high. Sometimes team can have a conflict, so you have to resolve that kind of conflict. You have very good listening skill. Otherwise, you should have very good empathy. All those things you need to have people skills you should have. Otherwise, you will not be as successful as a Scrum Master. You should not have a guts. You should not have a ego. Right? You have to kill these things. Like I have used the word servant leader. Servant, like you are giving service to the team. Like you are a servant of the team, right? You have to give service to the team, right? You are not the master of the team, although it's a Scrum Master, right? And one of the mistake, Navid, I will tell you, what Scrum Master normally do in the first project is that they start treating themselves as a manager, right? They should always keep in the mind, I am not a manager, right? I have to take for all the decisions. I have to go to the team, right? So Scrum Master is a more of people work. Then it's a process work. It doesn't have to do with the technology. Yes, technology come into the picture. That, as Namita said very well, you should know what is going inside the team, right? In which students team is using. You should be able to communicate to your senior management, your PMT, whomsoever. You should be able to communicate what's going on. Like I don't have ideas, should not be work. I'm not a technical person, will not work. Although you don't have to go into the code, right? It is not expected. You are not hired for your coding skill. You are not hired for your technical writing skill now. You are being hired for your people skill. You are not getting hired for your process. You know about Scrum. So you should be able to understand the people. You should be able to communicate to the people, to the management, to other team, to other stakeholders, like what is the impediment where team got stuck, why this story move from this sprint, why we are doing this, why we are doing that, right? So you should have proper understanding what's going on. Like you should be able to understand the developer's language, the way you do as a tester or the way you do as a technical writer. So Niranjan is saying Scrum Master is a facilitator, so the job is to facilitate and ensure a smooth release. Perfect. Right? Facilitation is one of the skill which as a Scrum Master you should have. So now you understand like this thing you have to do as a Scrum Master. You have to sometimes coach the team. What kind of coaching you have to give to the team? You have to coach about the Scrum process. Why team need the Scrum process? Because the Scrum again that's a very different discussion. Like it's a complete change in the mindset. in from waterfall to moving to the Scrum processes. So you have to coach the team sometime, like why we are doing this, why we have a story, why we do have to break the story this way, why have to why whole team will be there for the planning meeting, what we should do in the planning meeting, what we should discuss in the retro meeting. So all this kind of discussion and coaching you need to give to the team, right? So remove impediments. Team may have different impediments, like sometimes the DB is down, sometimes environment is not up. They may have different kind of problems, right? So you have to remove those kind of impediments, right? So you are a change agent, right? So here you are not hired for your testing skill, you are not hired for your technical writing skill, you are not hired for your coding skill, you are hired for this skill, because you know Scrum well, you know Agile well, you know Agile methodologies, right? Even you know non-Agile methodologies. It is not that you should only know Agile, you should be also very good in waterfall. Unless until you know the different processes, you will not able to segregate it, right? So you should be no good in software development processes, in that sense. Like if I'm a Scrum Master, if I don't know about Kanban, like say right now, Ishita talked about Kanban, right? So I just made out she was talking about Kanban. So I should be good in Kanban also. So typical day of a Scrum Masters, I will talk about my day, how I normally do my as a Scrum Master. When I reach to my office or when I log into the system, and now from work from home, the first and foremost thing I see is what is the mail I received, right? I typically check the mails. Then I look into the tools, that is version one we are following. Maybe your company may be using Jira. So what kind of comments are there? Any questions is there in the result based in the version one? So I try to reply the necessary mails. Uh, uh, I try to see the version one. What are kind of questions are there? What is the status of the current stories and all, right? So which story is doing how? Right. So I am a Scrum Master of three teams here in Pfizer. So I normally go to their board. I check the board, like which story is in progress, which story is done, and which story has some problem. I normally have the idea of all the stories, like who have given me in the stand-up. He has told me like today he will be able to finish his testing. So everything I take a look. After that, my daily stand-ups are started for the three teams, right? So the stand-ups is, we all know that there's 15 minutes. I do facilitation there, right? First, I look at the mail, right? Then I look at the tools. So that is the project management tool you can have. You can have Jira, you can have version one, you can have Rally. There are multiple tools available, whatever depends on your organization. For just like now, I am completely updated before going to the daily Scrum, right? So now I have complete update from the mail, what my project management teams want from me, what my management local management ask from me, and what is the status in the version one of the stories of status of the stories, not of individuals, right? Now I'm going to daily stand-ups. There I listen very carefully what team is talking about. If I have some questions, I ask the questions, right? I come to know about the impediments, right? What kind of impediments, what kind of problems? Like yesterday, they told me that I will be finishing my this work, and today they are saying that they are not able to do that. They are still continuing. So of course, I will have some questions like why it is happening, what has stopped you from all those things. So as a Scrum Master, we should not dictate the team, but we can always ask the question. Very ask powerful questions, right? That is the real Scrum Master's job, is to ask powerful questions. Sometimes my questions are disturbing to the team, right? But I have to ask the questions because I'm not dictating them. I'm not taking any kind of status, but I'm asking the hard questions to them, right? So you have to ask the questions like journalist, right? So I ask the questions, whatever relevant questions is there with them. After finishing my daily stand-ups of three team, now I have the impediments. These are the impediments. Now I feel try to figure out to remove these impediments. What I have to do with whom I have to collaborate. Do I have to collaborate with release management team? Do I have to collaborate with my project managers, or do I have to collaborate with my admins or with my local management, whatever it is. So I normally my first half of the day gone in all this thing. From the second half, That will depends on day to day, maybe a demo day or maybe planning day. I'm talking these 2 days are always a very power pack for me. A demo, the day we do demo and the day we do planning. Rest of the day is quite easy. Then I do a story grooming with a BSA. We have a BSA, not a we have product owner also, but I normally talk with the BSA, like look at these are stories for the future response. Now I start looking at, and this story is not properly groomed, and I need some more information on these stories and all those things. uh, and a lot of series of meetings will be there. I know with we have a team in Chennai, Pune, so all those things go in the meeting. And after 6:30, we have PMT project management team. They are sitting in the US. Some calls will be with them. They may have some questions. Some support will be coming. Some production issues may be there. Some bandwidth and all those things. Kind of discussion will be always there. So typically my days go in the second half was in this kind of meeting, and in the evening goes with the meeting with the PMT. So this is my typical day. In that sprint review day, the day we do a sprint review, I have to do the demo of the 3 teams. And similarly with the planning day, the whole day is in the planning day. So you see here as a Scrum Master, if I don't understand what is the problem of the team, I will not able to remove their impediments, right? If my team is saying that for this story, sometime I have to ask them, right? Are we doing automation of this or not? Team will say, sir, this is automation of this is not possible. And I have to understand like why it is not possible, right? Sometimes developers will say, sir, approach change ho gaya, right? I have to change the approach. So I have to understand that. I should have that kind of clarity. Why approach is changed? Who is responsible for that? Why our correct approach was not taken into the considerations? Well, we was starting the doing the stories. So can I talk with the architect, right? So I have to have fair understanding of the what is going on, right? So that I develop, how I develop that I develop with my many years of experience as a technical writer. And of course I keep on learning as a writer. I know I learn a lot of languages, although I'm not a very good coder, not a very good programmer, but I know the languages, right? Right now I'm learning like Jews and all. So I know because my team will move into all those things in future. In that, there's a plan of 2021. So I'm learning that. So you have to just learn the language your developer is speaking. You should know your product, and all these things is very common with the technical writers. That's why I believe technical writers and QA are very good candidate to be a Scrum Master, because technical writers, we ask very good questions, then only we are able to write. Same thing QA also do, right? So we are very good in asking the questions. We are very good in writing the mails. So now I will show you, so that actually that slide is a little later, but I think that should be here. What practically we do. There are two kind of things. One is uh, sorry, I will put it here. One is like written in the book, like technical writers do this, sorry, Scrum Masters who do this, Scrum Masters who do that, right? He do facilitation and all. But in really, what as a Scrum Master, when we get hired and we do mail management, right? As a Scrum Master, you should do very, very good. Sometimes one mail, if I replied 1 hour late, that mail may lose its significance. Sometimes this happens. Like somebody is written in my QA, has written me, my environment has gone down. And after 1 hour, I'm looking into that mail and I'm writing to someone, look, hey, can you look into this environment? He will reply me, environment is up. And just in 1 hour, that mail has become nothing for me. Right? So we should be very good in the mail, right? And we technical writer are, right? But writing mail and mail management is very difficult thing. I was leave on the Friday. I know on the Monday I will open my laptop. I will have more than 200 mails. Oh, anyways, Pfizer is very mail heavy company, especially my BUs. I don't know about others. My BU is very heavy mail heavy organization, right? Although we should achieve a zero mail kind of thing, but that is not possible in here. But you should do kind of this kind of exercise. You can do zero mail policies and all. But yeah, we should, as a Scrum Master, we should be very good in mail management. If what your PMT is asking for you from you, what your team is asking from you, what your management, local management is asking from you, right? Whomsoever asking from you, they will, because they cannot disturb the team. What is that idea of a Scrum Master? So that team can focus on the work they are good at. They are good at development and testing. Let them do that. Everything like report sending, report banana, and doing all kind of mailing kind of thing that the Scrum Master will take care of. Team will do their own work. right? Somebody have to know where you stand here, what kind of capacity do you have left, can we to do this story, can you send me this data of that, can you send me 6 month back data, all those things. So that a scrum master have to do this, so that team can focus on their whole ideas, team can focus on their core business, right? So mail management, you should be very very good in this. Sometimes your mail will be very assertive, sometimes you have to be aggressive in the mails also, right? So how to write the mail, that's also very good. What is the tone of your mail, right? Sometimes like your words are very important, how to choose your words, especially writing and vocal both. Very good facilitator of the meeting, right? Why I'm saying again this is a skill, because again words, like you said that you should be a master of your words. Meeting chair, right? Like team is now in daily stand up, team now enters into technical discussion, it's very difficult to stop them there. You have to feel, you have to take a decision there, should I stop them or let them go, let the 15-minute barrier be broken, right? So you have to be very good for your words, you have to be very good with your gestures, you have to be very good with your ATAs, then only you will be a good facilitator to move the team. Sometime during retro, especially sometime बहुत गर्म हो जाता है, things become very hot, like oh because of this guys our my story moved out of the sprint, or because of this guy. So you have to stop all this kind of thing there, and you have to be very, it's like you are a guardian of the team, you are the protecting the team, right? So you are a very good facilitator there. So what to speak, how to speak, when to speak, right? This is very important, your single words can hurt them, right? You are looked upon. You are no more a QA, you are no more a Scrum Master, technical writers. People are looking at you, people are valuing your words, right? So whatever you are speaking, that can become a grapevine, that can become a news, right? That can go into the ear of management. Even you said it very lightly. So you never know, Miss, like how these gossips move. They move very fast, right? So you have to be very careful with your words. Should be quick action taker. As I give you one example, like something is done, not done, because team the batter. मैंने बता दिया sir. This is called, this kind of tendency is called as sharing hot potatoes. Like my sir, my this thing is not working. Right? He has shared his hot potato to you. Now you have to do that. What will happen? So management will ask, why happened? I have told my scrum master, but he didn't do anything for me. Right? So you have to be very quick action taker. Team are very smart. They will put everything on you. Right? So you should be very quick action taker. Somebody say this is the impediment, just think what I have to do, to whom I have to collaborate to get this rid of. Otherwise, you are gone. So you have to be very quick action taker. You have to be multitasking. Right? Now I am writing some mail. This now, but sometimes somebody one call is popping up. Like somebody is calling me. I have to take that call also, and I have to do the mailing also. And same thing in office. When I was sitting in the office, I'm writing some mail. I'm doing something. I'm doing in mid of something, but somebody will call, come to me on my seat. Sir, I want to talk with you. I have some problem with you. I have some problem with my team. So I have to listen to him also. I have to give time to also. If you don't give time to him, see, you have to learn how to deal with this kind of situation. Sometimes you can say, okay, we can talk after 15 minutes. I will see the mood kind of. I will understand like he's coming for conflict matter. I will. The way I have to take decisions, quick decisions, like how to deal with that situation. So you have to be very multitasking. You have to understand the psychology of the people. Somebody is coming to you before he's opening his mouth. You should understand like what kind of problem he's going to tell. This you have to be very smart, to be honest. You have to be very smart, street smart. Conflict management, right? Uh, Very common. People will come to say to problem with that. I have problem with that. I have problem with testers. I have given them. I have done the development or timing, but tester is not doing the testing. Tester will say, I got a story very late in the sprint, and how can I do the testing in just in a couple of days? Uh, Developer will come to you like this. So look, this is not the issue. Is blowing out of the proportion. This was not. So this was not the bug. This is not a bug. This is not a defect. Like this kind of thing will be there always. Like so, you have to manage the things conflict management very properly, very smartly. You have to be people manager, right? You have to not a manager, but you have to know how to deal with it, how to talk with them about, how to pacify them when they are hurt, uh, how to be very assertive, how to communicate your feelings also, right? Always kind of be good. If you have to always good, if you have to always say good things, then don't be a scrum master. Understanding what team is doing, right? As I said, like you have a very good, fair idea what team is doing. Anybody at any time, buddy can ask you, hey, Rahul, what your team is like. You are going in this senior management review. Where is your team up to? You should have everything on your fingertips, right? Everything should be on top of your mind. What your team is have done in this quarter, what they have planned for the next quarter, what so everything should be on your uh, fingertips. And this will happen, and you will come to know about this thing when you get the knowledge of your product. If you don't have a knowledge of your product, you will not able to recall all those things, right? So that takes time whenever you go to a new project. So these are the real things we do day to day life as a scrum master. कहने के लिए बहुत सारे for speaking there are a lot of things are there, and you have to be very proactive with your actions, with your decisions, with your everything, right? From Monday my team is going for PI planning, right? So I have to be very proactive with the mails, like all the meetings scheduled all the time for everything, right? So then only you can be a successful scrum master, right? So this is what this is the real thing what a scrum master do. Real thing I'm talking about. In every organization you have to do a lot of follow-ups, right? And then I must here to write follow-ups. Follow-up is like what? You have written mail to someone, hey, this is not working, but he did reply to your mail, and you forgot, right? Because again I have to follow up. Like, so is this done or is this not done? If you are not doing that, believe me, your team will talk something bad about you to the management, right? They will do your escalation. They will do your complaint. Like a scrum master is not doing his job. So you have to very good in mail management with the follow-ups, with your words, right? Quick action taker. You have to be proactive, right? So conflict management, although it's not a real task of a scrum master, it's a task of resource managers. But normally teams look upon you, especially the bond with your team with the, what kind of bond you share with the team, right? So that is the real thing. Conflict management. So the first normally team will come to you if you have a good relation with your team, right? So Scrum Master has to be really very good in with his work. So I did a real small survey on the LinkedIn. What it takes to be a successful Scrum Master. So I got a very uh, encouraging answers, but these are again big words. I will say innovative minds, right? Ready to fail, challenges the status quo. This I will say these are the primary thing we do as a Scrum Master, and these are the secondary thing we do as a Scrum Master. Like you should have very innovative mind. You should have like team is not a speaking in the retrospective. Some problems are coming. So you should have some idea like how to solve this kind of problems. So I'm seeing this problem is coming in every sprint or every quarter. So I should have some kind of thinking process like how can I remove that. Ready to fail. That means you have to take the risk. Then only you will fail. And if you fail, you should be okay with that. Challenge the status quo. Like we are doing this from last 10 sprint, or we are doing this from last 10 years. So you have to challenge the team. Look, waterfall, you are doing that, but you have to. You should have that kind of courage to do this, right? You need courage, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, empathy. We have talked about all those things. So these are the big words, which is good for interview. Innovative thinker, right? Risk taker, fearless. Of course, fearlessness is very important thing, and sometimes that brings your job on the risk. Time management, again we have talked about the peer practical. So this is a primary thing and this is a secondary thing. We should be very good in follow-ups, quick decision maker for scrum related items, right? Not only scrum related, it's any impediment related items. So these are the normal trait I got from the LinkedIn when I put a survey what it takes to be successful scrum masters, right? If you think you have this kind of personality, you have this thing in you, right? Go for it. A Scrum Master role is for it, and believe me, you'll be very successful as a Scrum Master. Right? Scrum Master also, I have to add, like, don't carry the grudge. It may be possible that somebody has done your escalation, but you cannot carry the grudge. Right? You have done my escalation, to maise badla lunga. I will take a revenge from you. This kind of mindset is really very dangerous, right? And that doesn't do any good for the team. So that's why again, now you have to evaluate yourself. Now you have to do your own gap analysis or whatever you call you can also do SWOT analysis. If you understand this much, this is what really Scrum Masters do. And most of the organization things will be the same, right? So something like mail management, we are as technical writer, we are very good in that, in writing mails and writing communications, asking questions. We are very good in that. Something you acquire now, something you have acquired, the most important thing which you have to acquire is the scrum knowledge, right? And the product knowledge will vary with the organization. Scrum knowledge is constant. So you have to acquire the uh, Scrum knowledge, right? Even etiquettes, giving feedback, taking feedback, this kind of things is also required to be a good Scrum Master. And something you are that you cannot change it, right? You can have very short-tempered personality, then don't go for it. Right? You should have very cool and calm personality. You should have very soothing personality. Then only you can achieve your. If you have a short-tempered personality, you will have very tough time being a Scrum Master. So again, I'm taking a pause. I'm opening for a forum for ask questions. Please go ahead if you have any kind of questions till now.
Hello,
Hi
Rahul.
Rahul, hi Rahul, this is Simi.
Yes, Amy. Sorry, I will take
Yeah,
more time and kindly be ready for that. Why I haven't given the completion time. I've just written 8 and onwards. Okay. Yes, Sweet, please go
yeah.
ahead.
Okay. I have a very a generic kind of question. As I know, the people who are working as a Scrum Master, they are already in some role within the team, right? You say that to apply the Scrum, you have a self-sufficient team. There's a developer, there's a tester, and one of the person within the team has assigned a role as a Scrum Master,
Mhm.
right? And they are following this scrum. And as you were saying that you are working in Pfizer as an external scrum master who is managing the multiple projects, multiple teams, right? I feel like when you are a part of the team, you already have that product knowledge. That is an essential kind of thing to be work as a scrum master. So a person who is already a part of the team, I think he could better justify the role of a scrum master rather a person who has come, who is an outsider, who is not actually working on the project and is not having that detail of the product, could justify the role.
See, a Scrum Master has here, here you can see, is a committed to the team, right? So yes, Scrum Master is always a part of DT, right? Not necessarily he's a developer tester, because I told you there's a one role in a team who is not doing development or testing, who is just for doing other works, so that developers and testers or technical writers can focus on their work they're good in, right? And so this is Scrum Master, he's doing other part. Otherwise, suppose Scrum remove the Scrum Master from the team. Now management wants some report. Who will give the report? Lead. Lead is good in development. He's a developer, right? So now you are wasting the time of a developer who could have done justice in development, right? So you need someone who take care of this kind of thing, right? Especially that's why you see in many startups or small companies where lot of collaboration or coordination is not required. There's no scrum masters in the team. Like team ही कर लेती है सारी चीजें. But in big organizations, especially like in Pfizer or Accenture and Infosys, where you have to manage a lot of things, you have to do a lot of collaborations, a lot of teams, you have a lot of stakeholders. You have there you will need someone who can stop team from distracting. Right, I'm doing some testing, and somebody or you are doing writing, and in between you get a mail. Okay, send me this report within a couple of hours. Right, I normally get this kind of mail. Right, send me a mail by this today by TOD. Right, my VP wants this. So you need someone, and your question is like somebody from the team. Yes, the Scrum Master is from the team. You somebody like I started my career from Thales. There, I was a technical writer, and I was made to. I was like given a role of a Scrum Master. So I was well versed with the product because I was a technical writer. So it was easy for me. There, I have to learn only a Scrum part, not the product part. So somebody will come from outside, like any manager or VP who is hired from outside. They will have to understand the product. So Scrum Master, if I join from tomorrow, if I go from Pfizer to Infosys or somewhere else, so I will understand. Have to understand that product, right? I have to go in and out of that product, not on a development code level. If I can go to the code level, that's good. But I don't have to interfere into the coding or not even technical writing. I am good in technical writing also. I'm good in, but I don't interfere at all, right? So as a Scrum Master, it is not expected from you that you will interfere all those things, but it is expected from you. You know the product, you know the pain of developers, you know the pain of technical writers or the testers. Unless and until you know the pain, you cannot give a good solution. You cannot mentor the team, right? Tester will also, they will also get disconnected from you. Like, it's a kya baat karna? He will not understand me. Right? This kind of tendency will develop, right? So that kind of tendency doesn't develop within a team. So you should be very proactive, right? Like when feature is coming, when we are going for peer planning, so I am well versed with all the features. I read all the features properly, so that my team is talking. I am aware of that what feature is they're talking about. What they're, if I don't know, it's like they will get disconnected from me, and it's quite obvious, right? Why you should talk to me like kind of that. So your question is right. Like somebody from the team can become a scrum master. Somebody from it. So that is that is the company policies. Sometimes company hires someone, some manager from outside. Sometimes hires some scrum master from outside. Sometimes they give this role to someone within the team. That was the policy of my last company. Even in Tiger also we have transition many scrum testers and technical writers. No, I don't. I personally don't work with any technical writers, but I transitioned many QA into the role of Scrum Master. In Scrum Master, I have seen 80% are from QA background. 80% people are from QA background. 10 to 15% is from development ground, and 5% is from other backgrounds. But I
One
know
more thing I
many
would like to know here is, can you
yeah,
tell me how many Scrum Masters we do have in Pfizer? How many Scrum Masters are required actually in a big company?
see, I don't have complete idea of Pfizer 40,000 people, but I know about my BU, right? So we have a lot of Scrum Masters. We have different community of practice, and there I normally see 40, 50 people coming. So that is my BU. That is only e-payment. I'm talking the T-shirt. I'm wearing e-payments, right? So there must be many Scrum Masters. I'm not sure actually. And many team even don't follow the Scrum. Few teams even follow Kanban. Few teams still in the waterfall. Right? They have every BU is different. Like they all have their own policies and now
Just to
although we
know,
are
have
like
an idea of that, how many opportunities we have outside. Thank you,
oh,
Rahul.
definitely, definitely we have a less opportunity. See, it is a pyramid, right? So when you go this kind of role, definitely roles will be less, right? So of course, it's going to have a less role as Scrum Masters. But again, we
Thank
have a sufficient here. But really, believe me, they're good. They're with dearth of a good Scrum Masters because I have seen the tendency of a Scrum Master becoming manager. They normally start behaving like that and probably
you.
our that is in our even sometimes team expect from you to be a manager. Many time I got this kind of feedback from the team members. Sir, आप थोड़े मतलब ये हो सकता है और टाइट रहा करो. Individuals will come to me, sir थोड़ा टाइट रहा करो. ठीक है. तो मतलब टाइट नहीं हो तो मतलब उसको डांटे नहीं तो बजा दिया है. उसको थोड़ा डांटना चाहिए था. तो मतलब you have so but I normally no it's like everybody are doing the job so. So can anyone from non-technical backgrounds can become a Scrum Master? Yes, no background is technical background uh, is like mandatory. If it is, it's good. Like same as for technical writers, right? If you are, it is good. If you understand the language, if you are, say when we are in Rome, we should speak Roman, right? So if you know, if you understand your QA problems, if you understand your dev problems, if you understand your UX problem, uh, then it's always good, right? But not necessarily. Many company purposely don't hire technical, from technical background. Why? Somebody from technical background, he will have a tendency to interfere. Like he will tendency to interfere. Like why you do this kind of coding, or why should I do like, and which is not at all expected from Scrum Master. The Scrum Master start doing, then please do coding. Why you're doing this, right? So this is what you have to acquire, right? This is I will give you all these things, right? You will get everything in the app. So this is what you have to acquire. How to write the mail, how to respond to the mail, right? How to write aggressive mail, how to give feedbacks, how to take feedbacks, right? How listening. Well, listening is very important. I give this like listening most important thing, right? If you have to listen somebody's problems, many times people don't come for your solution. They just come you for they just want to talk to someone. They just want to talk to someone. That's why they're coming to you, right? So you should have very much good listening skill and although a lot of things going back in your mind, but you should pretend that you are listening to him. or her, right? Then only they will feel like, okay, I'm heard. Like being heard is also very important in organization. So they feel like that's why my team always get connected with me, right? They feel like I'm heard. Like some कोई तो है जो सुनता है मेरे. There is someone who is listening to me, right? So it's very important to as a scrum master to have a very good listening, and really you should have understand like what is the problem, why somebody see it's very easy to get a certificate of a scrum master on, but it's really very tough a skill to acquire. It's very tough to become a good human. It's like you have to be a very good human being, I will say, right? Why somebody is saying this, why somebody has done this, you have to trust your team. A lot of things must like have to very good, you have to think from their perspective, what is their problem is, right? So how can you have to improve, right? Somebody will have a tendency. One of the fifth principle of agile is that agile should be developed around the motivated peoples, right? If team is not motivated, what can you do? What innovative way you can motivate your team? So all this thing will come with practice. That's why I feel like 3 or 4 years back when I did first time I was become a scrum master, I didn't really was not able to do that kind of justice. And really takes maturity. It's like you have to miss like listen, understand. It's not a you. This is the you have done the mistake. You have done the mistake. Why he has done the mistake? Right? So now you understand like that kind of people skill you have to learn. Right. That is the thing. Like uh, some that things sometimes comes very naturally to someone, and sometimes some have to acquire. Just like leadership. Apart from that, what you have to learn certain tools, right? Not like a tester or technical letters, that kind of tool. It is mainly project management tracking tools like Jira, version one. That depends on the organization you are working with. So wherever you join, Namita, for you, they can ask, oh, which tool you was using Jira. So you should be well versed with Jira or version one, and also you should be very good with Excel. Okay, because you have to maintain a lot of data, a lot of that depends in my organization. It will ask me a lot of data. Okay, so this is what as a tool you have to learn, nothing else, right? You are not a doer, so you don't have to. But it is always good if you know what your developers or testers or that language or whatever it is. But this is the basic requirement. You as a Scrum Master should know that. And do mastery of a Scrum guide and Agile fundamentals. Right, a Scrum guide. I will give you the link of a Scrum guide. Guys, you need Scrum guides? Do you want a free copy of a Scrum guide? Kindly type yes into the chat box. Can you type, please? I'm giving permission from last minute, and yes. Just want to see that you guys are awake or not. So you don't have to do anything to get a Scrum guide, okay? So anyways, I will put it on my app and all. So you just go and type official Scrum guide. Now official Scrum guide is released in November 2020. Latest Scrum guide. Okay. So for sure, I will let me check if I can give you the link right now.
I just pasted the
Pardon?
I have just pasted the link to the official Kubernetes Scrum guide.
Okay. You have done my work. So this is what you can get, and we have they have just launched a new Scrum guide recently in November 2020. New Scrum guide is launched, right? So you can get it from there. I'm not able to see the screen.
Rahul. So I had one question.
Yeah, please go
Um,
ahead.
so in case while doing our job as a Scrum Master, in case we get stuck somewhere, is there any helpful blog or any community apart from Scrum.org that that really helps us in getting the approaches?
So it's very difficult to help any Scrum Masters because see what kind of a step where you will step, right? There's two things.
Mhm.
One is people thing I told and one is process. Process.
Right.
Uh, Most of the process where you will step that is not a part of a Scrum guide. You will surprised to know that a story point is not nowhere mentioned in a Scrum guide.
Right. Exactly.
It is nowhere mentioned in a Scrum guide. But most of the time, I have seen team fighting about the story point.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Many times you might have seen, but it's not nowhere mentioned. It's just a 17-page guide, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a framework, just a rule. It is just a rule. You have to make your own strategies, right? Sometimes you will say developer only 4 or 5 test cases is left. So yeah, the story. Why you're moving the story to the next sprint? Why don't you break the story? Or can we move
Correct.
the story and we can do it in the next sprint, right? Can we do something like this, or they will something this kind of conflicts will be there, right?
Mhm.
It's not like something coding or something like that. So
Right.
that is very situational. These are the situational thing, right, to deal with, right?
Correct.
So in the interview also they will ask you this kind of situational questions like
Yeah.
even when the first time I've transitioning my teams uh, sorry in Gemalto. One day asked me this question, Rahul, you were saying that but first time I was telling you what is the Scrum and to all those the team. You are saying that we have to pick the stories by ourselves. Like suppose I am from Azamgarh and he is from somewhere else. Like we both fight and what you will do. Like I want this story, he will say I want to this story. So what you will do in that case, right? So this kind of even team ask this kind of questions. In interview, they can ask you like some team members purposely not coming in your daily scrum.
Correct.
They're always
Yeah.
coming late. How you will deal with that, right? So these are very situational questions. And you will have to understand that your answers should be always like that. Like that, I will try to understand like why he's not coming. Maybe the two
Right.
reasons. He's not seeing the value in the daily scrum, or he's trying to resist of this change, of this mindset, or he's something feeling that, hey, I'm the senior most member of the team, and why a scrum master or team is asking me the like kind of a status giving kind of thing. Although daily scrum is not a status meeting, right? So
Right.
why sometimes in retro team is not speaking up? Why retro team is not opening up? Yeah, why sometimes retro is very heated, right? So every time you have to answer the same, I will try to understand the what is going behind, right? And that is a rare approach also, right? Always sometimes ask question to yourself also what you can do, right? So this is the thing, and so yeah, there are a lot of groups, there are a lot of websites. Many I can refer. Even I've given a reference material here. These three blogs I always recommend to read anyone: Scrum Alliance, Scrum.org, and Mountain Goat.
Yeah, I do follow Mountain Goat. Yeah.
Mountain Goat is my coin, right? So this three is the most important, most relevant. There, everybody have written a lot of blogs are there, right?
Mhm.
So this is the three is most important where you can ask. But you just go and type on the Facebook or LinkedIn, you will have plethora of uh, uh, just like groups you'll find where you can get this kind of right answers. But yeah, again, I said like their answer cannot suit you. Even country-wise behavior changes, right?
Correct. Yeah.
The way people deal in the US, the way people behave in the US, is not like here. Like BU,
Mm-hmm.
my the three teams' behavior are different. I'm telling you, the behavior of three teams is different, and
Right.
they do their daily scrum differently.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
how team is aligned, how team is gel with each other, right? So that is also a problem, right? If team is very much well bonded, their behavior will be different. They will talk really different. And if team is not bonded, like always they are in the conflict mode, they are different. Their retro will be different. So you have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's a people role. And your problem is kind of people, how to deal with the people.
Right. Okay.
So this is the basic blogs. There, in India, my senior, he maintained one blog. Again, if you want to write me, I can write you what is coming to mind. Agile NCR is one of the good. Zebia ka padho. Zebia, they have a lot of good stuff to read. If you want me more to write, Knowledge Hut and Eigen Bridge, Sanket, Saket, he has done a lot of good videos. Okay, so all this GBI is good. They have a good resource. Agile NCR, you can join this group, right? So
Sure.
because of now COVID, this kind of conferences is no more going, but yeah, we have a lot of online conferences going on. I will invite you sometime if I was going somewhere or if I was speaking somewhere. Right?
Sure.
I was a speaker in Agile NCR once. It's one of the prestigious. This is actually organized by GBI, sponsored by GBI.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So these are the reference material from where you should refer because I am not see there Agile Buddha by Agile Buddha something Buddha. This is his my mentor. He maintained this blog. This is also a very good blog. Here also you can get opportunities to learn it.
Okay.
Okay. So I will come there opportunities a little later. How you will get the opportunities, right? So getting opportunities is two-way. I will first recommend always look inside your organization. That is the best way to move, right? Because outside the organization, it will be really tough. See, working as a DT and working as a Scrum Master is entirely different game. I'm telling you. It looks scary and karta kya Scrum Master. What a Scrum Master is doing, I can be very good as Scrum Master. Like everyone, I remember the interview of Ganguly. In that one question, somebody asked him question like everybody thinks that they are a good managers, but and Ganguly reply, but that is not actually true, right? Very few people have a management skill, but everybody thinks that they can be a good manager. In Scrum team, we don't have a tendency to report within a team. But many leads come to me, Rahul sir, मेरे पास reporting दिलवा दो, then see how मैं team से कैसे काम करवाता हूँ. Right? We have that kind of tendency, command and control, right? Uh, so in Scrum and Agile, this command and control is not working. Here you have to give a liberty to the team. For good and for doing all these things you have to have real hands-on practices, hands-on experience, real experiences, then only you will come to know. So it's always good to look within your organization in different views within organization. You can look like a Pfizer in like in a private previous organization also. In previous organization I get a chance to move into Scrum Master role. Here also we are doing that kind of exercise. Like one lady, not one lady, multiple until now. They were from QA, some from dev background, one from DB background. They shadowed me. They was aligned with a Scrum Master. They work with a Scrum Master for 1 or 2 months, and after that we give them the training. They look every day. They come and they observe me what I am doing, right? Uh, they try to ask questions. Rahul, why you react in that way? Why you ask that questions? Why you could happen that way? So they shadow me. Basically, you can say they understand me what I am doing, and then they move, and then we give them a proper training and they move, and we certify them from Pfizer. We are not looking for any outside certifications. We give them because there are a lot of technical areas, Scrum Masters there, uh, uh, who give them a training and they become a Scrum Master. So this way we do the transformation in our organization. More or less same practice. I also did in my previous organization. There we had a concept of Jamie trainer. There I was a Jamie trainer of a Scrum Masters, and there I used to give training to the Scrum Masters. Uh, so this is a within organization, right? So you have to keep your eyes and open. But on the other hand, you should start looking outside also, right? If you give one interview, two interview, after three interview, you will have fair idea what kind of questions they are going to ask, right? And really I am still to figure out it's like just matching the frequency of the because the questions like many when I give the interview as they ask me the question, suppose your team is most of the team members is on the leave, right? So how you will manage the velocity of your team, and so situational questions, right? So here it's very important you answer match with the frequency of the uh, interviewer. So normally, good companies they normally there's a technical writing into we have one-to-one interviews. They in this we have almost 4 or 5 people sitting to interview one candidate. In Pfizer, we have done especially this happened with me. 5 people and sitting there so that if I'm not resonating with one, I may resonate with someone. So 5 people is making distance, so we should hire him or not, right? So in this, we have mostly situational questions, right? So what you will do in that case? What you will do in that case? what you will do that case, right? So that kind of thing is that your team is not maintaining the velocity from last five sprints. What you will do? Team is not opening up in the retrospective. This kind of questions will be there in the Scrum Master interviews, right? Don't try to judge your temperament. They try to judge your Scrum knowledge. They try to judge your Agile. See, Agile and Scrum is two different things, right? I have maintained this thing many times. So they try to understand your Agile knowledge, right? That is a primary skill, and secondary skill, their people skill. They want to judge. So this is the opportunities you can look. There are a lot of groups is there on the LinkedIn and Facebook. So and I also keep on writing about, and henceforth I will write more about Scrum. So you can follow that, you can learn from that. But again, I'm saying this is a practical. This is a very practical kind of profile. This is not technical profile at all, where you have to do something. This is very situational thing. It's like I cannot explain those things actually. Much like how you deal with the people. It's come naturally. No certification can help you with this. Coming on the certifications, we have two recognized certification body. One is Scrum Alliance, and one is Scrum.org. Scrum Alliance is an old one. It was founded by the Scrum father of a Scrum, Ken Schreiber, and याद है क्या नमिता आपको? कौन है father of a Scrum? Namita, do you remember? One is Ken Schreiber and one is
Jeff Middlewood.
right. Right. So they started this Scrum Alliances, but after many years they move out from here and they move here. They give their own reasons, but whatever it is, right? Getting certificate from here is just spending money, right? You can pay 25 or 20 whatever rate right now. When I was there, when I did, it was 25,000. Just you can on the Friday you don't know anything about Scrum, and today they have a 2-day classroom, and now it might be online. Do the course, and on the Monday you can become a Scrum Master, certified Scrum Master. Very easy, simple. Just you have to throw the money here, right? In India, most of the people go for this. Now coming to a Scrum org, they also have a training plus certifications, but getting certification from is a bit tough than this, right? Uh, Here, the training is not necessary. You can just take exam and you can get certified. Here, training is mandatory. Scrum certifications, official certified as Scrum. This two body doesn't allow other to give their certifications. Right? They have the recognized body. They can only give. They have the recognized trainers. Only they can give the training and they can give the certificate. Right? They enter the name into the system and you will get that. Right? So either go for this or for that. Right. Yesterday I got a mail from Certify. Wrote me a mail. Someone wrote me a mail. They asked me. They have seen that I am responding some this kind of stuff. So I will give it. I will give it to you guys. Like there are many other bodies also, like who are coming up to this kind of certification, right? So you can also do from there, but that is not that much valid. Now the question is, really these certifications are valid? My answer is no. Right? Nobody cares about your certifications. Nobody. Yeah, I can't. Uh, really, I'm lost in this. This is the first time I'm using man. Here, here. Yep. So so a lot of bodies are now like a Scrum study is there, and certify something now they have coming up, right? They are also giving certificate, but nobody really cares about your certificate. You can, without any certificate, you can write and in your resume that you are certified from CSM or you are certified from this. Because when any background verification they are doing, most of the company never go for certification verification. They go for educational verifications. I asked them in this question, like you don't know even what is am I certified or not. They said no, sir. We are only eligible to do your job verifications and your educational verifications, not your certification verifications. Right. So nobody cares about your certification. CSM certification, yeah, Deepa question was that. In CSM certification is valid for 2 years. After every 2 years, you have to renew it. But believe me, in 2 years you will not forget CSM. Nor, but I don't know how many people going and getting it renewed. but after 2 years you have to renew it. They give lifetime certificate. So for certification, I will say don't go. When you get an offer letter, then just pay 25,000 or 20, whatever the fees is to this company and get it. Just do just on time. Otherwise, from today itself, you can start writing you are certified as Scrum Master. Nobody's going to ask you, right? Only thing that you should have a very solid knowledge of Scrum, very solid knowledge of Scrum, and their training doesn't give that kind of knowledge at all. They know that you have to do training from them. You have to do. They can only give the certificate. So it's like they are today in any hotel. They will call you, and there for 2 days you have a good lunch and enjoy 2 days. I really enjoyed it. It was sponsored by my company even. So and after final day they will give you some one book I think and certificate. We have to give one exam. That is open book exam and very easy questions, basic questions, and just get certified from Scrum Alliance. Just as simple as that, right? You don't have to bother. Here, exam is a bit tough, but I haven't taken exam, but I have helped many people to get past this exam. So I know the exams are bit tricky. It's like slightly tricky, not that much again. But they have again PSM1, PSM2, that kind of thing is there. So PSM1 is pretty easy and you will be able to do the thing right again there. So here you don't have to do any kind of renew. So training institutes, there are many institutes which says that, but they have a recognized trainer, right? Only those trainer can give that training. So mainly those trainers courses are sold by many other organizations. Suppose tomorrow I am saying that okay, I am giving the CSM certification. What will happen? Like Saket Barua is giving training. He's giving training in hotel. Normally he gives in Holiday in Noida. So I will sell that course, Saket Barua course, right? And Agen will also sell that. Knowledge Hut will also. But this too is a big player in this. In Agen Bridge is in Noida and Knowledge Hut is in Bangalore. They operate in all the cities, right? You can do from anywhere else. I have done from Knowledge Hub, but you can. I have a good relation with Hazen Bridge also. You can do it from anywhere, any of them, right? They have their own set of trainers, which is certified from these organizations, right? So you can contact this training institutes. They have their own knowledge base also, good knowledge base. Aijan Bridge, I personally know Saket. He has done a lot of good videos. He's doing it from like 5-7 years. His videos are really very good. I personally like his videos, and I personally take a mentorship from him, right? And I for the many occasions they have called me as a speaker also, so I have a very good relation with this. Knowledge Hut is from Bangalore, so I don't have that kind of here. But this is also a very good organization, Knowledge Hut. I think it is somewhere near HSR. So now you get knowledge about certifications, what you have to learn, what kind of skill you have to develop in yourself, right? How to practice like that skill is human people skill will come with the time. That will come with the age, right? Temperaments and all these things. Certification, my recommendation is don't go for certification unless until you have offered it in your hand, right? So now the question for you, from where I will learn about a Scrum. That is a very challenging for newbies. So from where should I? Because video, you start watching video, you never know which video to watch and which video not to watch. There are again many websites which give free trainings of a Scrum that you can do, but again that will not give confidence to you. Best way to learn, how I learned is like Namita said, that same thing happening with Namita also. She's working with a DT in the Scrum team. So learn from your own Scrum Master what your Scrum Master is doing, and if your organization is not into a Scrum, it is waterfall. Then only idea is that read blogs and all. Uh, and for technical writers, I have personally developed a course, it's called Certified Design course. Few of have already purchased it, and or few of you all have already completed that course, right? Uh, that what I cover in that course is not even 25% is covered in this course, right? So if you want, that is 1,000 rupees course, and I normally give this on January. I think in January, first or second week, I'm conducting that training. If you want, you can learn. There, I discuss about how to map technical writing with all those things and about Scrum. So that is more than sufficient for you. And when you get, again, I'm repeating it, unless until you have offer letter, don't do this. Right? Again, this is a time bound certification, 2 years, it will expire. No, and learn from, attend conferences, attend, uh, read blogs, watch videos, but conferences will help you because you are not a scrum master. Try to find some mentor, right? Because we always need coach for everything. If you have a coach, coach will give you the correct direction. Otherwise, you will knowledge are scattered on the internet. You will not know how I have to move, in which direction I have to move. Right. So try to find a good mentor for yourself. Any Scrum, although any Scrum Master who is from your background and transition to this role. So that will always help you, and he can help you to guide you. Right. So this is all exercise you have to do. Mean, set your purpose, awake yourself like a Hanumanji. Right, I have to do this. When you have this kind of tendency, you will find your way. Right. So, and if you're thinking that Agile will go, and still I have still after 25 years now, Agile is here. Scrum is it from last 25 years. Still, many people in India believe that it is a fad. It will go. It is not going to stay. It's now in the next step, actually, next stage that is called DevOps. So. Now DevOps is not something with Agile or Scrum, but we are into now different stage of Scrum, right? So Agile and Scrum is not going anywhere, right? So these positions are going to be here. If anybody is saying Scrum Master will khatam ho jayega, they are talking really nonsense, right? Normally managers roles are getting reduced, not a Scrum Master. A Scrum Master is in demand and will be in demand. Okay, so this is what I have to share with you guys. So I will, in nutshell, I will just recapture it. Forget this and stick your find your purpose. It's very important to find your purpose. I just give my one example. Transform your mind. Unless until you transform your mind, that you have to move out from some, yeah. Okay. So remove the procrastination if you have. So set your purpose, take action, and you'll find the opportunity. Something you know, you have to figure out what you know to become a scrum master. Something you acquire, so what you have to acquire, that you have to figure it out. And something you are. So if you are, some of your behavior you think is can become your hindrance in the people management, then try to change your behavior. We can change our behavior also. It is not like we cannot change. So I say that Scrum role is 75% people skill and 25% process skill. It doesn't have to do with any of the technical skills. So here I talk about the primary, really what Scrum servant leaders do, right? Because in the book or in the Scrum guide, you will read a lot of different things, a lot of good words and big words. But really, we have to manage our mails and facilitate the meetings. We have to talk with the team lot. We have to do a lot of talking with the team, right? So we have to take a complete action taker. If you're not a good action taker, your escalation is for sure is going to happen, right? Sometimes you have to do conflict management, right? And you have to be very proactive. And again, the big words here, which is a secondary, I say secondary skills. First one should be innovative minds, ready to fail, and all those things you will get. Right? Empathy, innovative thinker, risk taker, fearless. Unless until you are fearless, it's very difficult for you because sometimes you are a carrier of a bad news also, right? Like suppose your team failed to do something, you have to go and tell this to the management also. Like we failed to do something, you can say my team failed. You have to say take. Sometimes you have to be very responsible. You have to take the responsibilities also. You should be very good in time management, right? Follow-ups with the team, with the management. Like somebody have impediments, uh, your team have impediments with the X team. You have to follow with the X team unless until they remove their impediments, and that you have to tell your management also. Look, we have this impediment, so this story is going to move, or this story is going to impact our so many hours got affected. So you have to communicate. Over communication is not bad even. So that I talked about here. Typical Scrum Master's role. Non-technical background, yes, very much welcomed. Most of the company, like my previous company, Gemalto, now Thales, they normally prefer technical writers to become a Scrum Master. Here also in Pfizer, we don't have any kind of hard feeling that somebody should be from a QA background or non-technical background. I am the one of the good example for you. So now you understand what you have to acquire. Tools. This is what the tools you have to learn. Jira, version 1, and Excel and Outlook for mails, and Excel to maintain your lot of data and reports. Okay, so do mastery of Scrum. This is what you have to acquire. Actually, learning, if I say, this is learning curve, a Scrum guide, right? You have to learn the values, principles, and given in the Scrum guides, what are the different rules, what is expected from those rules, what are the different ceremonies, right? All these things I cover in my next in January course, that is on the 7th or 8th of January, first or second week of January. So that you have to understand the Scrum guide properly, right? You should have very good command of another Scrum guide because you are ultimately a Scrum Master, right? You are a master of the Scrum. Team is looking upon you when they got stuck somewhere. So these are some reference material which I wrote here. I will give you all those things. Opportunities, you have to find opportunities either inside the organization or outside the organizations. So a lot of things are there. You can catch me offline. I can tell you some good meetups. Certifications, I prefer. I normally recommend only these two certifications, although there are many other buddies. Uh, right, like Certify now have told me to give you guys a free link. I will give you the link to share the link with you guys. You can get that certification free of cost. Right? Scrum study, they give the free certification and all. Right? So that you can, for a startup to write just on your Scrum resume, because again you are certified as Scrum Master. You are not writing that you are Scrum certified from Scrum LS, and you are neither lying. Right? So you can have that kind of certification. Go for this kind of certification, expensive certification only you have offer it anyway. Training suits, I prefer this two training suits, Knowledge and Ryzen Bridge. One is in Noida and one is in. Okay. So Nuzat, you are there with us? Nuzat?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, I will take you 5 minutes here with your permission. Guys, can you give me some permission here? Can you type yes if you have time? I want you to introduce Nuzat. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, guys, for giving. Go ahead. Yeah, we have a next session on 26th of December, and we have some big plans for 2021 Information Developer Foundations. We are helping our community to achieve vertical and horizontal growth, right? So in that pursuit, we are having a lot of free courses and free webinars coming up. Even 99 rupees, I will consider as a free. Anyways, we'll try to waive that off also. But again, we have to pay for our a lot of tools so that we is there. But it will not be anything more expensive than 99 rupees. Uh, but again, paid course will is there and will be there. That is there, that is separate. But we'll have a lot of things. And one thing in my mind is the steps to leadership. We'll have a lot of leadership sessions and all. Right. But right now on 26, we have a very, very interesting and insightful session that Nuzat will take. Nuzat, can you tell us something about that? And first you talk about yourself and then you can talk about the session, which is going to be on the 26th.
Yeah, actually, my name is Nuzhat, and I have more than like 25 years of exposure to technical documentation. So out of which I think more than 15 years I've spent at Oracle as a manager for technical documentation. So I was part of lots of groups in Oracle, and basically we were part of um, the information architecting team. Almost we oversaw how the entire documentation suite got changed and all that. So I was part of a lot of such working groups and committees and things like that. So you could say I was part of that online help drive at Oracle, and the current that Oracle Fusion documentation that you see, the database documentation. We were part of that group that rolled out, the database documentation and all that. So quite a lot, yeah, quite a lot of stuff I've done over the past few years. But again, this topic which Rahul mentioned, the markdown language or the markdown syntax. So he just suggested that I conduct this webinar, but frankly, I have used markdown maybe just for a very short time for some project. But Rahul is pretty convinced I can give you a good understanding of that language. I'll try to do my best on 26th. Yeah.
Nuzat, your short span is also very good, right? And you are
Huh?
saying that your short span will be also very big for us.
No, no, I don't. But anyway, since you have suggested, I hope I do. But it's going to be a very brief, very what
And
do you
you
say,
are
very basic introduction to Markdown, because that's what I know. And I'll try to do my best. Yeah.
And you are using a Markdown for API documentation, right?
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In that particular project, I used, I mean, that was when I got exposed to Markdown actually. So it was, I was using this tool and I was trying to create the API documentation, and then I saw that syntax out there. I said, yeah, it's allowing me to do certain things. It's allowing me to make it bold, and then I said, okay, what is it? So that is when I went and dug up information from that tool, that it has a Markdown enabled. Enablement of Markdown was there in that. So that is when I learned what that Markdown was. The
Right.
tool by itself is not. I mean, it just enables you to do Markdown, and it enables you to do API documentation.
Perfect.
So on along the way, I kind of hit into Markdown, and that's how I learned it. Yeah.
So we will going to learn this Markdown and with how to use an API documentation, how to create API documentation with Markdown, right? So that is the whole goal we will try to achieve, right? So we will
Yes.
learn together,
And
right?
yeah.
We all will learn together, right? We are just sharing the knowledge. It's just sharing the knowledge. We are not
Yeah.
displaying and like we are the leaders or something
True.
like
Yeah.
that.
I will just have to learn together. Yeah. And
Right.
I'll just run through the tool, and then you can ask questions and answer them yourselves. Hopefully.
And
Yeah.
not necessarily always have answers over all the questions. You
Yeah.
can
I
go
know.
back,
Yeah.
right? That is, we all are human, right? That we have to understand all those.
Yeah. True. That's true.
So you can go
Yeah.
back and
Thank you.
learn.
Sure.
So guys, if you're, are you? So guys, what do you think? Do you want to join us? This Nuzat, then type yes, and I will send you the link. Otherwise, I will be sending the link. Not necessarily type yes. So yeah, thank you, Pathik, for saying yes. And I know we will have some very good time because this is really interesting. Nuzat, you have also some business and tool, right? Apart from Markdown, you are using. That was I
Which one?
forgot the name, but I was studying
That
some else.
that tool was Speka.io. There
Okay,
are lots of tools that help
that's
you create APIs, and also allow this API documentation. So I use that tool called Speka,
yeah.
SPECA. Yeah.
So you will showing that also. Can you type it and
Yeah,
chat?
yeah, I'll just show that.
So you will displaying, you will showing us that tool also, right?
Yeah, I will just give a very short, walkthrough
Yeah.
of that tool. Yeah.
So speaker.io.
Yeah,
So
yeah, Speka.io.
Julius will show us a speaker.io, how he use Markdown with speaker.io and how he's using it for API documentations.
Yeah, that will be just a short portion of the thing. I'll just introduce a bit of the Markdown language, and then I'll just give a demo on how to use the Speka. I mean, how it helped me. Yeah.
Right. Don't worry, you cover the short. I will ask a question. I will make it elaborative.
Let's see.
I will take,
Let's
we know
see.
how to take best out of you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is what we are doing, and on the 26th of December, guys, don't forget the date. And if anybody is also interested for my certified Agile technical communicator course, that is mainly to learn Scrum. There I talk about the Scrum and Agile and how technical writers should align themselves in a Scrum team. That I talk in that. That is going to be January. That is going to be paid, right? It's around 1,000 rupees. So you can also register for that. That is gate is open for that, and I will share the link with you guys. Thank you for the time. Thank you for trusting me. I don't know how much justice I have done, but I've tried my best to answer you. Namita, I will talk to you tomorrow because tomorrow is Sunday. I can talk to you, right? So, and anybody want to some personal to discuss anything regarding Agile or to have any transitions, you can just I'm just a ping away. Always WhatsApp me, right? Not necessarily I may reply you some same day or same, but I will reply you, right? So this is the how it is. Okay. Thank guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rahul.
Thanks.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you, Rahul.